Alright, let's click that start game button. Let's take a quick look at the deck too. I didn't do that. We have a lot of gold generation, but a lot to potentially spend too, so that's good. Really no sustain, but that my one and only other run, that 12-win run, had none. So it's just like, you hope opponents kill themselves, apparently. That strategy works. And the two weapons are actually good. We saw Rance come into play there big time. He works out fantastically with Mr. Lexicus, who I have two of somehow. Joker's no longer as OP was when I started this run. This was prior to the nerf. This was Wednesday night, and the patch came out Thursday morning for me. I don't know what time it is for other people. Yeah. What's my other weapon? We've got the Rance. Oh, yeah, the Abyssal. Okay. Interesting deck, interesting deck. Oh, wow, Vengeance is bugged, so they removed it? Yeah, I didn't even see that. Jeez. It's so sad. For as much as I've been playing, I still forget which book is which. I just know all the cards are awesome. Are the books used in ranked a lot? Because I know in Dungeoneering here, they're fantastic. They just make your opponent really not be able to do anything. I mean, the one is like so many grief cards. If anyone's out there watching, thank you very much. It's an educational stream. We teach you what not to do. We got lucky last game. I don't know why the opponent, he was coming at me swinging hard. He did the Morwenna. Then the Yogur got me awfully low, but then he decided to take 9 from Lexicus. So I thought that was a little odd. Oh, really? I didn't even know that. They tell you what they give you? That's awesome. That was with the latest patch then? Cool. I have barely played since the patch. Actually, after last night's South Park stream, I'd forgot to do my dailies, and I finished some of them after, like, 1 o'clock my time is when they reset. Oh, you can see I finished, I was like, I was so close. So I finished that stream about 12:30, whatever time it was, and I just couldn't get them done. So I finished them all last night. So this is the first time I logged in today. Yeah, the Fecal strain worked on the Yogur, but still, he was going to be taking the 9 no matter what from Lexicus, which I thought was kind of odd. But, yeah, I got lucky. Anytime I win, it's lucky. If I lose, the opponent played well. It's the opposite of Crip. I prefer not to take 9 if I don't have to. Yeah, Yogur's toned down, it looks like a little bit. Chances are he'll be doing less damage, right? Because it's cards plus 4. So if, the fewer cards your opponent has, the better it works out. The more he has, the worse it works out. So I guess it depends, really. But yeah, the no gold always hurts. Oh, yep. If your opponent has 4 or less cards in hand, it's better than the old Yogur. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, because at 5 it starts to do, the new one does 9, the old one would have done 10, so, yep. Whereas 4 is the same, right? Because 4 would be 8 either way. So 4 is a wash. Yep, less than 4. Gotcha. Hoping the Steam launch goes smoothly. I know there are going to be some achievements in there. It's always fun. I don't use Steam a ton. I've got some games in my library. Nothing spectacular. Man, there's like so much to Steam. It's crazy. So I went and bought... Because eventually I want to play The Witcher 3, but I was like, alright, I got to see what the series is about. I'm going to play the old ones. They're extremely cheap. Eventually I'll play those, but that's not a game you want to see me stream, I think. I prefer games kind of like this where I can hopefully interact with you guys more. I mean, South Park is an RPG, but I'm hopefully still interacting enough. But if I was playing like an Overwatch or something, I would never be able to. I wouldn't see anything anyone's saying. You see how I get distracted in this game and screw up? Ooh, shiny. I just wander away. Has anyone played Gems of War? Like, I had never heard of it. It just showed up in my my For You or whatever I found it in Steam here. But, you know, the first line is from the creators of Puzzle Quest, so we'll give it a shot tomorrow. It says it's a puzzle RPG strategy mashup. So I know the original. I mean, you know, I think, you know, Match 3, oh god, that's going to be awful, but, you know, the first one wasn't. I really enjoyed Puzzle Quest, so we'll give it a try tomorrow. No big deal. It's free to play. We'll be able to see that information, at least on Steam. We'll be able to see how many people are playing the game. Really? I don't even know where to see that. That will be cool. Yeah, I had never heard of it either before earlier today when I saw it and I downloaded it. I was like, yeah, because I don't want to play Hearthstone tomorrow. I had fun playing Hearthstone last week though when we did the left draft and the middle draft. That was great. That one game the opponent DC'd for like 6 turns, I still couldn't beat him because my cards were so bad. So bad. Steam charts. Alright. Search Google for that.
Second it is.
Wow. Is this 10 straight games going second? That's crazy. I mean, the odds of any, you know, one game is obviously 50-50, but 10 straight is, what is that, 1,024 to 1? Something crazy. I don't know what the math is. So it's Raptor, and we got to click second. Cool. Oh, wow, you can look up any game on Steam charts? Yeah, I see. Oh, yeah, you can do a search right there. Is this a separate site? This ain't through. All Data is powered by Steam. It's not affiliated with Valve in any way. Awesome. Very, very cool. I should pay attention to this game. Oh, man, we can get a lot of gold. We'll keep these.
My time for preparation runs low.
I don't get a ton of benefit out of rants here. And I'm always afraid I'm going to lose it, so I wouldn't even use it. Enfeebled next turn can be great. We'll try the crashing at the end. If we get griefed, hopefully it's a scorpion. Oh. What did he do here? Played something at the end? Maybe... I have no idea. Yeah, the 1 damage, I mean, Rance is so much better with my 5 guys. I mean, I wonder if I shouldn't have done this. With, you know, my guys with 5 health. We're going to assume we lose the weapon. I always assume I'm going to lose the weapon when I go, especially when I go second. If you go first, you know, you get that shot with it. But when you go second... Q, I hope so, man. We, in fact, I think I forgot to update it as always. We're 9-1, but
I am ready.
you know how runs can go. I'm assuming we're losing the weapon, guys. That's why I'm doing it this way. And there it is. Always assume you lose the weapon. That's how I play. You gotta, you know, unless you have to gamble, just play it safe. I think he had a pretty slow turn again. Asphyxiate's a really nasty card because it really makes, you know, your opponent not do something. Now, because he goes first, he can always, you know, attack the creature in the first slot. Yeah, no gold from that. Oh wait, I was thinking I was playing something else anyway. Alright, both have the same health. I have a little bit more gold. He's got the weapon, which I can't do anything about right now. We could customs in the book. So you're telling me when I hover, well, once the game comes back. I really like the mouse pointer, though. That's like my favorite thing, I think. Oh, that's awesome. Holy smokes, I didn't even know that. That is so cool. Thank you, BCD. Well,
I am ready.
I think we want to asphyxiate. Gotta be careful with the damage we're taking. I mean, in theory, we can put out some serious damage. Playing the book means I only draw one fresh card. Is that bad? Possibly. A lot of gold for him. Did he play around it? Alright, he's at 13. Spent all his gold for some AP though. I'm taking more damage. I shouldn't have done this. First of all, because I'm an idiot and counted my math wrong. Oh, actually that's good. That's actually very good, because I was like, I'd rather have the gold now for the Earth Wave, so... Or Earth Blast, or whatever the game calls it. Alright. Because I completely screwed up that chapter, but it may work out anyway. He's only got one gold. We can certainly kill something that gives him health. Yep. Yeah, thank you, Bill. It's, you know, if I play just that, it's going to do 12, and he's got 9.
I am ready.
Do we go for it here? Seems like every time I do that, my opponent heals, but... He's only got 13, I mean... Does 11 this way. And this is only damage, that's only going to get rid of armor anyway. I'd rather do this. Let's go for it. No heal. Sweet action. I even screwed up last chapter, but I'm glad I did, just because it was stupid. I wasn't thinking ahead at all.
I hope you learned from this lesson.
And that's, you know, that was my win condition right there. I mean, the asphyxiates helped, but, you know, from the prior chapter. Oh, baby, we're knocking on the door again. We've only been in here once. I think, right? Yeah, I don't think I have any 11-win runs. Nope, I got a 10 and a 12. That's it, guys. Cool, let's knock, knock, knock. Earthwave or no balls, balls confirmed. I was thinking about not doing it, but I've had games where, you know, it looks like I have lethal, they heal up because they go first, and then you brick on your top deck next turn if they don't kill you that chapter. It's like, oh well. So, I mean, I had a lot of other options in my hand, but we went for it. You know why? Because we want to get to the draft. Drafting's my favorite part. I'm checking out the Steam charts. I've never been here before. People apparently like Dota 2, huh? Peak players over 1 million. Is that 453 million hours played? Holy smokes. Current players is 400,000. You know what's sad is I tried Dota 2. I realized I just don't like MOBAs. I never played LoL. But, you know, I figured I'd try Dota 2. I even tried Heroes of the Storm, you know, and I'm a Blizzard. I've always liked Blizzard games. It's like, it's just not my style. It's not my kind of game. Right now I'm playing, and I've been playing Hearthstone for a few years. I've really liked this the last couple of months. I'm really digging South Park. I know it's a few years old now, but it's so funny. It's just been a lot of fun playing that on stream for the last few weeks. So my goal is to, you know, eventually beat that on stream. At my pace, it's going to be like 10 years. I don't know. I don't know why, but I'm just slow. Slow in the head. Oh, Ark has done really well. It's number 6 right now for current 38k. Jeez. So I assume I can look up any old game too, right? Actually, let me just look up something like South Park, as I just mentioned it. Well, there's currently 335 people playing it. 30-day average is 470. That's awesome. I wonder how they generate all their numbers. That's pretty cool. I assume Steam has some sort of API. I mean, if they're not affiliated with Valve, this is very cool. It must have been on sale in December of 2014, because in November it had 583.6 average players. I don't know how somebody's a 0.6, but... And then in December it was 2,500. So it went up 5 times. Almost 5 times. Any draft tips? Mike, I just saw your question now. I was farting over around on Steam charts. Watch your, support cards to make sure you have enough gold to be able to afford them. You want to... Eventually, I think you'll feel the value. I've never seen any put a tier list out for this game. If you're familiar with Hearthstone, like Hearth Arena, and I know Trump back in the day used to have, a tier list. All right, what's a premium card and what's junk? So the big advice I can give is try to even limit, I think, the number of big creatures, because what happens is when it gets griefed, you die. You hope to be able to one-shot it, but when it gets hit with Morwenna, or you saw, if you were there, I Fenkenstrained my opponent's Joker Shaman a couple games ago, and that, really did a lot of damage to him. So watch, even try to limit the big cards, just because they're going to kill you, I think, more than they kill your opponent. And like I said, the supports, just make sure you can generate enough gold to pay for your supports. I really place a high value on cards like Ali Morrison is just incredible. Mimic, you can see I have in my deck, isn't bad. Cost of health for the gold, but sometimes that gold is critical. Other than that, I mean, it just comes down to experience, knowing what your opponent can and can't do. Going first and going second. Right now, my data shows I am better going first, but this run... unbelievably, my last 10 games, I've gone second. First game I lost, I went first. I'm better usually going first. The 10 next games in this run, I've gone second. So the stats say that shouldn't happen. You know, it's going to be a rare occurrence. In fact, saying that, I update this. So, you know, just learning the cards is very big too. You know, if you're new to the game, what can your opponent do? When you go second, you can see, I assume in that game, my opponent is going to get rid of my weapon when he goes first. And he did. He bar fighted me. So if I had tried to go at a big creature hoping I had the weapon, I was going to take some damage.
Second it is.
I'm not that good. My overall average is still below 5. So I'm about 32 runs in, I think. 33 runs I've played now. So I've played a bit. But you can see the scores on my screen. I'm not, you know, I wouldn't consider myself top tier or anything like that. My one and only 12-win run, I went first, let's see, out of 14 games. Yeah, that run I went first 11 times out of 14 games. And I went second 3 times. I lost once when I went first. I lost once going second. You know, the run was 12-2. So this one's all seconds. It's incredible, except for the first game. It's incredible. So, and look at this, another game going second. I'm not making this stuff up. The VOD might be out there. Everything's, this is crazy. Another Ariane. We're playing Ted. Ouch. We'll hold this to Ariane, so they'll probably try to generate some gold. That's what we're going to try to do. Let's see. Alright, see, here we have some gold available to us.
Nobody summons Megatron.
Mike Dobbs, thank you very much for the follow, sir. Appreciate you being here. And remember, I'm very good at teaching you what not to do, because I make a lot of errors. That is for sure. Anybody here can attest to that, that's for sure.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
We can generate a lot of gold. In fact, we can actually afford the weapon, but
My time for preparation runs low.
We're going to assume he does kind of something similar and generates gold. This is the type of card when you go first, it's nice because you know exactly how much you can get. Right now, I'm guessing. If this gets griefed, it's going to be kind of ugly. But we're going to generate a bunch of gold here. We're going to spend 3, so we're going to generate at least 7 and spend 3. We can always generate more here. Alright, we're hoping he doesn't spend it all by the 3rd slot. I'm really thinking he's going to try to juice some... Ah, jeez. Alright, we brick that. That's bad. And we only got 1 gold. Which also means we'll get 2 from the drop also, so we'll only have 2 left at the end of the chapter. That's a little disappointing. Oh, awesome. Yeah, your average in Hearthstone, Mike, is better than mine. If you're 6.2, I downloaded Hearthstone Deck Tracker, I think in February, and I was playing a lot in February and March, and I was just getting crushed. My average dipped below 5. I'm not a Legend player. I pretty much only play Arena and Hearthstone. In this game, I pretty much only play Dungeoneering. So, yeah, if you're that good in Hearthstone, once you learn the cards here, you'll be much better than I am. You'll be more than fine. So that's very cool.
I am ready.
It's weird, I have all this draw in this deck, and it's not in my hand right now, so... Hopefully it doesn't get griefed. I mean, because I'm going to be boosting its attack, but hopefully going to be one-shotting it. I'm not going to generate the gold now yet either. Maybe I should, but let's see. He's only got 4 cards, and they're all playable. Incredible. As we did grief him a little bit at the end there, so he is top decking essentially, unless he has draw here. Oh. Alright, I think he's still going to take 10. It looked like a Lexicus, correct? Which is bad, because that gives him all kinds of draw. Or it's a Zamorkian. He's got Asphyxiates coming. Okay. So we have to be careful, because he will probably play him. Got him down to 14. But he's got 2 Asphyxiates. And this is where, once you start to learn the cards, Mike, it really helps. Because when I was first playing, I mean, I still don't know what I'm doing. But when I was first playing, it was even worse, because my opponent will get that. I had no idea what it meant. Asphyxiate is a card that will do 2 times the damage of your next creature. So if I play a creature here, he plays at slot 1. If I have, a big creature, it's going to rock me. So yeah, if I played something like Lexicus and he plays this, Asphyxiate, so I can't play Lexicus this turn because I'm going to assume he's going to play the Asphyxiate. So. Huh, guys. He's at 14.
I am ready.
Lexicus is not playable. Yogurt means I'd probably take 8 if we decide to play it, because the Asphyxiate's coming. And this, unfortunately, would only do 9. So do we sit on it? Or do we play the spellbook? I think we go for the spellbook here, guys. Let's try it. Interesting. He did not play the Asphyxiate. I would have thought for sure he would have played one there.
I am ready.
Fortunately, I can't generate my gold here. I'm going to try to grief him first. Alright, he's at 7 cards. If we get hit with the Morwenna with the Asphyxiate, that's fine. Interesting. He's really going to be top decking here. Alright, he's top decking, guys. So we just have to be kind of safe here. what could go wrong? Just because I've lost a game one time where I was at 20-something and my opponent was at 1?
An intelligent move. Well done.
Okay.
That was not as difficult as I predicted.
Alright, guys. We get to wander into this room. We're daring to believe here. If anybody likes 80s cheese, here it is at its finest. Mr. Vince Nicola, Transformers soundtrack. Alright, that's enough of that, guys. Alright, guys. Let's click that button. 11 straight games we've gone second, so let's hope the streak doesn't end here. Click that start. There's a lot of cool loot here. Look at all this good stuff. A lot of coins and broken stuff and barrels. Maybe there's some booze in there. Who knows? But we're done looking around. Let's do this. Yeah, 2 chances. 2 chances. Let's see if I blow it. I'll never forget the one time in Hearthstone I was 11-0, which doesn't happen often if you know me. And I went 11-3. I was like, are you kidding me? How's that possible? And there was one time I was 1-2 in Hearthstone and went 12-2, so you just never know. It's you know, a lot of luck. That's what's great about the card games. You just never know. So I try not to go on tilt, and I noticed when I was playing Hearthstone, I started to go on tilt more. So I was like, this game I haven't yet because I don't know what I'm doing. You know, I've played 30 games on Dungeoneering and plus some in Ranked. I still don't know what I'm doing. Thanks for the energy. See if I use it wisely. For anybody that doesn't know, this game is coming out of beta into official release this week. It's also getting released on Steam, which is awesome. So hopefully it does increase the player base. Mr. Bill Cosby's Dealer pointed a nice little site. Steamcharts.com, which will hopefully show us, you know, a number of players that are playing it. So I don't know if you know how accurate the site is or anything like that, but it's something. It's data. But great thing is, guys, you know, win here or lose next too, we get the draft again. That's what we like. I might as well update the score. I don't know why I'm forgetting this stuff. I've streamed before, guys, a couple times. So next run we cannot pick Ariane, and it was funny too, this choice here for this run was Ozan or Ariane, because the way I draft is whatever class it's been the longest since I've played them. Even though I played Ariane 2 runs ago, unfortunately my choices were Ozan and Ariane. I do remember streaming, a couple weeks ago or whenever it was, I kept getting Ariane as a choice, but you know, she had been the most current one and I couldn't play her, which is fine, because right now I think she's considered top tier, then probably Raptor. So, but you can see I do have a 10-win Venescula run. But she has really good cards. But apparently Vengeance is bugged right now, Bill Cosby told me. So that's normally that one spellbook gives you 4 cards. It's only giving 3 right now. The site was steamcharts.com. Here, I'll post it here. Seems, you know, very cool. I mean, I was able to look up. I played South Park last night, and said an hour ago there were 335 people still playing. That's awesome. I'm really enjoying the game too. It's if you're a South Park fan, oh my God, do I recommend this? It's not a, you know, just quick let's make a buck off the franchise. I mean, it is quality. It's a good game. I die a lot, so that's what I do in games. But it also, you know, the jokes are right there. South Park. I mean, I think Bill Cosby in chat yesterday mentioned it's like watching an episode. It is. I mean, it's just so well done. The game is just so much fun. So right now I've been streaming that on Saturday nights. Really enjoying it. In fact, tomorrow night I'm trying something new, guys. A game I've never played. It's a free-to-play game, so if anybody has any knowledge on it. What was that one? I forgot the name already. Gems of War. Let me actually search on the site, see if anybody ever plays this. Wow. It says there's 475 players playing 11 minutes ago. That's pretty good, I think. Average is 631 for the last 30 days. It's got a steady base. It's not really growing. Well, it kind of is. It was in the 300s. Now it's in the 600s. That's cool. Finescula at 11-1. That's awesome. And do we go first or second?
Looks like I'm going first.
Oh, we lost. Broke the streak, guys. 11 straight games. We went second. I don't know what to do now. Even though my stats are much better. I'm 48-18 going first, but now I'm 36-24 going second. But that's with 11 straight wins. I was 25-24. Oh my God, the aliens in that game! How funny, man! Everything wrecks me. I'm just so bad. You notice the stuff. You're like, oh, you should be clicking it. I don't notice anything. And I think I like doze off when I'm streaming. I don't know what I'm doing. Well, we could attempt to Soul Toxic Lexicus. Makes sense on paper. Or Zamorkian, but Lexicus is more fun, I think.
My time for preparation runs low.
So here's the play, guys. We're going to generate the 2 gold. Hopefully we don't get grief. If we get grief, we're dead. You saw last game when that mage was able to grief my alley, so I couldn't afford the alley, that the second slot. So this will generate the 2 gold, do 5 damage to him. This will heal us up for 3, do 3 damage to my next creature, which we want to be Lexicus. And we'll just throw out some damage. Keeping something like this, if they carry gold over, is fantastic. Fire Soap, buddy. Thanks for following. Appreciate it very much. Hopefully I'm teaching you what not to do in this game. Hey, look at that. We just finished a quest, too. Cool. Alright, looks like you had a pretty slow start. We did play something in the last slot, though. Lexicus OPOP. Finescula is very good at, she has a lot of cards that deal with what's called Mortal. In case anyone's not familiar with it, it means if you're at 15 or less health. She'll have cards that'll say something like, deal 4 damage to rival, or Mortal, deal 8 damage to rival. So that's something she usually wants to be in. I don't know how well it works in Dun...
Is it cruel to win so easily?
I'm not win trading with anyone, guys. Not sure what that's about. That's a streamer, or that's a viewer. Thank you very much. All right, all right. It's a win. I don't feel good about those wins, but all right, all right. 12-win hype. I'm sorry, Bill. Why are you, stupid Moobot yelling at you? Sorry. Win trade reported. Yeah, it's, Alright, guys. It's a little anticlimactic. I know I got my first 12 win the other day. I'm like, this is it? I wanted a parade in my honor or something. It wasn't easy. It's cool. I'm even going to put a note in here.